You've heard of the 6 degrees of separation, but what about the 5 degrees of flight separation? 6 degrees of separation is the idea that everyone in the world is 6 or fewer social connections away from each other. I think this concept translates to flight paths as well. I just finished up my series where I manually logged every single country's flight path, and I've come to the conclusion that you can fly to any country in the world within 5 flights. Let's try a couple for fun. Tuvalu is the least visited country in the world, so it makes it a good starting point for a challenge like this. There's only one flight going in and out, and that goes to Fiji. Lesotho also only has one flight going in and out, and that goes to Johannesburg, South Africa, so let's see if we can connect the two. We'll start in Tuvalu. Our first flight is to Fiji, Fiji to Sydney, Australia to Johannesburg, and Johannesburg to Lesotho. That only took us 4 flights, and those are 2 of the least visited countries in the world. And combined, they only fly to 2 total countries. Okay, how about Tuvalu to Sao Tome and Principe, a small African island chain? Sao Tome is only home to 230,000 people, and there's not a ton of tourism, so this could also work. Sao Tome was once a Portuguese colony, so there's a direct flight up to Lisbon. Then there's a couple different directions you could go. You could go to Spain or to Seoul. Both of those connect to Singapore. Then you can go Singapore to Fiji, Fiji to Tuvalu. That one took us 5, but still nothing above 6. Well, North Korea is really closed off, right? Well, with a direct flight to Beijing, it can go almost anywhere in the world within 4 flights. Let's try a Caribbean island. Grenada, for example, only has 7 flights to other countries, so that could be a prime example. This one can also be done in 4 flights. Pyongyang to Beijing, Beijing to LA, LA to Miami, and Miami to Grenada. So while 6 degrees of separation might connect us socially, flights are even closer with only 5 connecting us to almost anywhere in the world. If you think you can find a true 6-flight path between 2 countries, prove me wrong. I would love to see it, but I'm starting to think it doesn't exist.